Welcome back on The Pursuit of Wealth, everybody. It is Friday, November 6th. Happy Friday. We have a marijuana short squeeze on our hands. So in today's video, we're going to discuss the activity in the cannabis sector. Most names up huge today, double digits. We saw that Aurora was up another 40% today. So before we jump into the charts and some analysis, make sure to hit the like, subscribe, and tick the bell to be notified when I go live in the future. So Canopy Growth, congrats to the bulls. So I drew this support line out here a few days ago, and you can see that we hit perfectly off of that support line. And that was the entry point here at the low of 1832, which was the last daily higher low. We broke to new highs. We are pulling back a little bit here now, as I do believe SPY is pulling back as well. Yes, that is the case. So we're pulling back quite extreme on SPY at the moment, but as you can see, we broke above the trend line here, which was resistance, and we'll see if we back test that now. But congrats to the bulls on Canopy Growth. We did change the monthly trend on Canopy, so you can see we had a low high of 22.19, higher low here at 13.83, and with the break of 22.19, that now confirms a monthly uptrend. First time that's happened since the all-time highs. We are over EMA 12 on the monthly, which was acting as resistance as well. And let's just bring up EMA 26, as that could be another potential resistance level. So we did get above EMA 26 again, first time since all-time high, but we are pulling back a little bit now. Bulls want to hold this 5-minute uptrend as long as they can, so that they can give themselves some room above that monthly resistance. But we'll want to see follow through. A close above 22.19 today would be absolutely bullish, extremely bullish in my opinion. But we're in a monthly uptrend. We broke up to a weekly uptrend. We're in a daily uptrend. So all systems are go right now on the cannabis space, and CGC was up about 7% there at one point. So we hit a high of 22.99. So again, congrats to the bulls. We also saw that Andrew Cuomo said that this year is the year that marijuana finally gets legalized in New York. And we're starting to see more and more coverage about the cannabis space. We're seeing Aurora up 100% in a couple of days. I also posted a couple articles here, people starting to bring attention to HEXO Corp. So HEXO is putting all the pieces in place to lead the Canadian cannabis beverage category. Also, HEXO stock could finally see the light in 2021. So starting to see way more coverage in the cannabis space, and there was 5 states that passed legalization. New Jersey was one of them. You can check that out. But essentially all unanimously voted to legalize at the recreational level. We're starting to see huge momentum in both Canadian, and I've been saying this for a long time now, check out my channel, is it time to buy cannabis stocks? And I said that there was something up with Canadian MJ, and if you didn't believe me, well, now you have your proof, because Aurora here, just not that long ago on October 28th, was at $3, and it is now up 140%. And we have earnings coming up on November 9th. We have Canopy earnings on November 9th as well. So just keep that in mind, that if you are holding through that, we could see some volatility going into earnings, but earnings are very much going to dictate whether or not we see this run gain more legs, or if we start to top out. So I've been saying for a while now, something's up with Canadian MJ, HEXO. Congrats to the HEXO bulls who bought the dip, hit a low of 58 cents, up about 50% from the low of the bearish earnings reaction. And we are in a daily uptrend. Let's take a look at the weekly chart. Weekly, we did break above resistance here. Actually, we have resistance at 85. We hit 86. So we just barely poked above, and we're starting to pull back. Currently up over 11% on the day. Taking a look at the monthly. So we are just looking for a monthly higher low. If we can break above 129, then that will confirm our new higher low is set at 58 cents. But certainly looking good for the bulls. They are in full control right now, and hourly uptrend as well. Huge volume, Approaching RSI is in the 80s, so we are overbought on the RSI. Let's take a look at APHA, up about 4%, so a little bit more bearish. Could be a potential cup and handle forming as well on the daily, but daily uptrend. Weekly resistance on deck at 644. Let's take a look at Cron. Cron was up big, so had an earnings beat. I did a video on that. If you want to learn a little bit more about that, you can check out my video for more in-depth analysis. But in a daily uptrend, let's take a look at the weekly. Weekly uptrend. How are we doing on the monthly? Monthly, low, high, higher, low. So we need a break above 813. If we can break above 813, that confirms a monthly uptrend. First time since the all-time high as well. And we also have EMA 26 on deck. So keep an eye on that level. Other than that, let's just do no red at all. Sea of green, huge up, Tilray up 11%. HEXO, one of the leaders. Let's take a look at the the US space. So we have a couple names down there, but MedMen up 11%, Ian up 10%, Chiron up 8%, CXXI up almost 5%. So the MSOs not seeing as much love. And I've been calling this out for a while. I said something was up with Canadian MJ, not US MJ. And now you know. Now you know why. It's because we've seen 20, 30, 40, 50, 100% moves. I also have Auxly in my portfolio up to 31. So I've been covering Auxly for a while now, and I bought it on the daily trend change. I did some videos on that as well. You can check that out. But we had a daily trend change back here at 14.5. Once we broke 14.5, we ran 130%-ish. I sold near the 200-day moving average, rebought about, I think I bought at 20 cents, and I'm still holding that position up another 56%, riding my profits. So could be a daily cup and handle forming here as well. You can see we had a daily higher low and bull flag to higher highs. Next resistance on deck on the daily at 36.5. But again, I've been calling this for a while. CGC, Golden Cross follow through. Now we're breaking the 50-day moving average through the 100-day. So we've already had the Golden Cross with the 50 crossing through the 200. Now the 50's crossing through the 100. We close above 22.19. I'm going to add even more position to my position. We are seeing huge euphoria, not even a lot of mainstream coverage yet, but this is the first time this has happened in a long time, and we can see that it's starting to go parabolic. You can see that the MACD is trending up in a huge way. Taking a look at CGC on the weekly chart here, well above the 10-week moving average. The MACD and the stochastic is trending, blasting off. This is looking really, really good, and we haven't even seen that much coverage in the mainstream media news. So wait until we see confirmation that Biden actually wins. If they win the Senate, that's going to be even better. But in my opinion, we're going to see some fireworks and a lot more upside in the short term and definitely in the long term. So once again, congrats to the bulls. Thanks again for joining us on the Pursuit of Wealth. Make sure to hit the like, subscribe, tick the bell. You'll be notified when I go live next. Best of luck for the rest of the day, and we'll see you a little bit later on for another daily market recap. Take care, everyone.